Hi dear all, I'm Dr. PLN. Today I'd like to talk about communication. Communication, but not communication skills. In the sense, I like to give clear meaning about communication. So by the way, what is communication generally? In general sense, it is, some people may say it is talking, it is listening, it is reading, it is writing. In any form, information transfer is called communication. Yes, of course, it's information transfer. Okay, a person speaks, another person answers. If a person asks questions, another person answers. Okay, this is a way of communication in order to get information. That's okay. It is all dependent on social context, situational context, as we need information. So communication occurs. That's okay. That's fine. Is communication more than that or not? That is the question. More than that, in the sense, sender must be there, receiver must be there. Okay, both of them are generally persons we talk about. Yeah, of course. Now, is it not more than that? My question is not clear. I know. I'm going to give clarity about it. Now, you know, is there, I'm going to ask you a question. Is there communication between me and the wall behind me? My question is clear. Is there communication between me and the wall behind me? General answer is no, there's no communication because you are a person, but the wall is not a person. It can't express, it can't talk to you. Yes, of course, it can't talk to me. And from my end, I can't talk to the wall. I can't tell anything to the wall. It can't receive because it is not a person. That's simply was fine. So, gender, the answer is no, no communication. But not so. Communication is there because you can't express, but I can receive. What can I receive? Now, I can receive that the wall is painted in cream color. Yeah, a piece of information. The wall has certain height. The wall has certain width. Okay, and the wall is hard enough to break my hand if I hit it. I can't hit it. Okay, so I can get all these pieces of information from that wall. It is telling, not orally, not intentionally, but even then, I am able to receive that all kind of information from that. Why I'm telling? In social situations, we deal with human beings, but not walls. Yes, of course. But even then, I'm bringing this special thing into context because, sometimes you speak to some people. When you speak, if you ask some question, for example, what is your name? If someone sits still without moving his head, without moving his lips, without telling anything, without responding, is that known communication? Yes, of course, there is communication. He did not answer the question. But communication, what kind of information he is giving? He's not giving any information already, but what kind of information you are receiving from him? You are receiving something according to the situation. You may feel that he is arrogant. You may feel that he is sad. You may feel that he hates you. You may feel that he is in deviation about thinking about some other thing somewhere. Okay, all these pieces of information are available as possibility and probability. So you can understand. Okay, now what happens if I take his whatever he didn't respond? If I take that into consideration, then I may treat him he's arrogant. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, my behavior will be changed towards him. So because of the same thing, the message what he sent. So that's why it is important. Even if we speak a word, even if we don't speak a word, everything comes into communication. That's the point. Okay, when we talk about communication in the classroom, generally communication, if someone asks, how are you? Yeah, different ways of responding to the question, how are you? Yes, I am fine. I am okay. Okay, all these things are there in communication. That is related to language. Okay, that is communication skill. Now I'm talking about what is communication. We need to know the background of communication, the underlying concept of communication. That is not just related to, just limited to language. It is entirety, the sense it is related to behavior, dress sense, okay, facial expressions, everything, even if you speak or don't speak. That's why in interviews, people are generally suggested to go with proper dressing because dress can speak about you in about different ways, how you behave in social structure. Okay, all these things are counted. How you sit, how you stand, how you walk, all these are related to communication patterns. That's why in interviews, interview skills, some concept is there. Why? Because it is not just language, because it is all involved in communication, because that's why you will communicate different things. That's why you are supposed to learn all these things, be able to understand about these things. Okay, so even something that is inanimate that communicates. Okay, a shirt is an inanimate thing, a wall is an inanimate thing, like that. It can communicate in social structure when it is associated with persons in social structure that communicates. That's why it is very important sometimes. Sometimes I mean to say when you are in social structure, that is very important. That's the point. Okay. I hope you got information that is useful to you. Thank you very much for listening. Okay. See you later in our next class. Thank you.